When you first hear Rageblade on Miss Fortune, you might think it's troll, but this build is actually legit. Hello my fellow Misfortunates and welcome to another solo queue game on my SMURF account. I am planning to get this to Diamond before the season ends. I'm not sure why, I think it's just a nice challenge to see if I can do that in time playing random builds. And speaking of random builds, so most of you probably know that Manamune or Mirror Mana is a legitimately strong item on Miss Fortune, but many people have already forgotten that Blade of the Ruined King is also a very strong item. And both of them have on-it effects that are... never mind. Okay, we got sums, so that's fine. A good all-in from the Pike. But yeah, Manamune and Blade of the Ruined King are two very strong items on Miss Fortune, even though Blade of the Ruined King has fallen out of favor, obviously, because of the emergence of the crit build. And it's by no means the strongest Miss Fortune build. This Rageblade build, again, the strongest Miss Fortune build is still the Sanguine Blade build, because that's just ridiculously good. But it's definitely a very creative way of playing Miss Fortune. So let me show you. First of all, we need to get through this lane phase though, which looks good. I mean, we're ahead right now. Yeah, and they don't have summoners. And this means that our jungler should come bot soon. We'll see though. Obviously this build, or this Rageblade build is stronger against tanks, but also against squishies, it's fine. I mean, again, if you wanted just to win, you should play Sanguine Blade, because that's just the strongest. But I always like to experiment with builds and stay creative, so we see what's good and what's not good in the meta. It's important in League to always not only theory craft, but also to... Why is Pike AFK? But also to put some theory into practice. And this build, I've played it before. It was strong back then. Haven't played it in a while, but there's no reason it shouldn't be viable now. By the way, if you also are an AD carry player and you like experimenting, you like developing the meta, and you also like my educational content, then click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future uploads. I also work a lot on League of Legends guides, especially for preseason. I want to cover the items. This Pike, come on dude, if he's AFK then I can't even upload this. Oh, it's just very patient, alright. Ew, got Morgana rooted. He legitimately tricked me into thinking he's AFK. I'm not flashing into a minion wave, it's not worth it. We're going Emax with this. With Rageblade you don't need Qmax. Q is a liability when you have a lot of attack speed. You just use it for early press the attack triggers. And... I just heal for movement speed here. Yeah, that was awkward. So... yeah, you max E because, well, you could max W, but I like Emax. You can potentially Emax with any Manamune build, by the way. But for non-attack speed focused builds, Q is also quite viable. But yeah, E is such a good kiting tool, because the cooldown gets very, very low the more ranks you put into it, and also the slow percentage increases, which makes it super easy to kite around with your Rageblade attack speed and your W. And also have crazy utility in teamfights with Emax. Emax Miss Fortune is nothing to scoff at. Enemy should be forced back right now. Oh, okay. We failed that. Let's push. Yeah, as we force them base, we get to crash this huge minion wave under the tower. We didn't get every single minion here, which is kind of a shame, especially the cannon minion. But you see they're losing minions to the tower right now, and also as the wave is under tower currently, they have no chance to ever freeze this wave. So our back is unpunishable, essentially. Because now the minion wave is on their side of the map, which means their next wave, so this one, arrives there before ours does. And they obviously start auto-attacking early, and then the wave dies quickly. And then it pushes towards us. So, super easy concept, but still important to keep in mind. Now we should have essentially unlimited mana, especially once we get a takedown. But we have 150 extra from biscuits. And the tier components. We need to thin this out. This Pyke probably wants to go aggressive, so I actually don't want this to slow push. Because the slow pushing wave does a lot of damage. Ah, the spell shield. Fiddlesticks is there. It's also a nice combo with a skill shot support such as Pyke. Just laying down your E repetitively means he has a very easy time landing his stuff. It's fine, man, I just last hit. I also do not wish to get ganked by Fiddlesticks. So yeah. Okay, we see him. I focused Senna, he didn't, but I mean he didn't have much a choice. Had he hooked Senna, he would have hooked her away from us. You see the max, or not max rank E, but the high rank E also sets up your ultimate quite nicely. 50% slows are better than 40% slows, as all of you probably can imagine. We get mana immune here with our next back. Yeah, I don't mind basing. Senna returns to lane. But you see she misses more minions to tower now. And that means I can also extend my CS advantage. Oh, Pyke. They got a weird team comp, by the way. They don't really have an engage, they don't really have frontline. As long as we don't get ambushed by Fiddlesticks or random Morgana queued, there's no way they can start a team fight, whereas we just need Sion to run in, and there we go. Okay, I finished my mana immune before Senna did. Puts me at an advantage. We shouldn't fight. Pyke, please. That was so unclean. I probably didn't need to use a single summoner there had I positioned properly, but what can you do? It's my first game in 3 days or something. So I'm a little bit rusty right now. We don't know where Fiddlesticks is. Oh. Good aim. I think this is correct. Yeah. Got my ulti, got 4 points in E, we can definitely make some plays. They want to roam, so we fast push the wave. Force them to come back. Also E is surprisingly strong wave clear. Oh! I mean, I can't really capitalize there, but this Pyke, man. From 0 to hero. First I think he's AFK and then this. Yeah, we should not mess with that. It's okay, they got manpower here, so... Tis fine. Yikes, I messed up the minion wave because I didn't respect Fiddlesticks. Right, start maxing W. Yo, this E wave clear. Yeah, we can make a dragon play now. Right, Tara's gone, we get the plating gold, perfect. Whew, wild game so far. I don't have a control ward for the dragon pit, which is a little bit concerning, but I mean it's okay. Alright. Should disengage now. We got the objective, so staying just oh, okay. Yeah, they had numbers advantage, so this is why we needed to disengage, but... Rise ultimate too strong, huh? Anyway, let's get our items and move back to lane. Yo, we're still level 8, it's still only 13 minutes in, and already so much is happening here. It's insane. Oh well. But yeah, Mirror Mana and Blade of the Ruined King both have on-hit effects, which then get amplified by by Rageblade. So this is why this works. Miss Fortune does not have on-hit effects in her kit, which means you need those other two items for Rageblade to be worth it. Okay, Senna mid, Morgana's probably nearby too, I would assume. Just casually wave clearing. Oh no. Okay, at least I forced out his flash by healing. But yeah, that dive was very much reckless. We get instantly punished by Fiddlesticks. Yeah, that's kind of sad, but it's whatever. Well, actually, it's quite detrimental, but we're still ahead, I would assume, at least in terms of. Well, actually, it's close. We got more towers than they do, and we get a dragon, but they have. Actually, I still think we're ahead. Oh, let's go. Nice. For a second I thought Morgana would be getting away, which would be a real shame. Let's take mid tower. Most important objective in the game. Once you take mid tower, you open up the entire enemy jungle. I can take one more wave mid lane, Senna's clearing this. Fiddlesticks might be lurking at chickens. Oh yeah, he's nearby. Really need to be careful not to get ambushed. But she should be dead, right? Yeah. Nice. This is kind of an overstay, though. Yeah. Inviting Fiddlesticks in. Nice. Crazy combo. Again, this was an overstay, but it worked out because one of their team members were dead, which gave us numbers advantage. The top lane Ezreal. Okay, we got this flash, so that's worth. We should pressure Drake. Also, I need to. Oh, wow, nice. Yo, I thought there's no way we get this, but oh my god. Yeah, we don't have a wave. There's no way. We should go Drake. Drake is free. Take the free stuff, win the game. Nice, he gets me red buff. Perfect. I don't need kills. Obviously it would be nice, but I do have decent income from farm. But it's not optimal farm, but still. And the main thing is to get them off the map so we can do Drake. Getting kills is nice and stuff, but the main payoff is actually getting them to Fountain. Alright. Now we can work towards Rageblade. When we get Rageblade, we will typically transform Manamune as well. So it's kind of perfect timing, right? We get our second honored item. Manamune is not an honored item, only Mira Mana is. So yeah, we get our second honored item when we really need it. The time we transform to Rageblade, or to the time we buy Rageblade. Rageblade doesn't transform, obviously. Yeah, let's get some farm. We should be pushing side lanes now because tier 2 towers are way easier to take than tier 3 towers. Right, in mid lane there's only the tier 3 tower left. And pressuring that is kind of overextending, whereas the tier 2s are also so easily diveable because we can invade their jungle. Yeah, we can just take them for free. This is too late. It despawns in 15 seconds. Don't fool yourself. So yeah, Sion should split push top lane with his teleport. And we go bot lane and do the same. Again, split pushing. So we don't look for fights, we just look for pressure on the tower. And there we have the fights. Potentially. But yeah, Fiddlesticks Blue is engaged. Which is good. Again, we just need to wait for Sion to apply pressure. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, it's completely hopeless. It's a 2v5. When you split push, you always need to avoid fighting, because you win by putting the enemy in a checkmate situation. They can either respond to the split pusher, and then you can fight, or they can ignore the split pusher, and then you and then the split pusher gets towers for free, right? But if you fight while or if you fight before the split pusher applies enough pressure, then you just fight with numbers disadvantage, because the split pusher is top lane, right? And it's a 4v5 then. So you don't want that to happen, but it's exactly what just happened. And obviously that didn't end well for us. Let's take some camps. Oh, teleport. Nice, good job. Now we have numbers advantage, because 2 of them are dead, not counting Ezreal. Which means this bot tower should be ours. And now we transform to Mirror Mana. And on our next base, we are very likely to get a Rageblade. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Ezreal hurts. I do have lifesteal though. So as long as I have a wave to hit, it should be fine. Again, you see what a crazy utility tool Miss Fortune's Make It Rain is. We can still win this. Okay, now they are all too far away. Can't catch up to them. Yeah, Drake spawning. Luckily, our team will be alive for when that happens. Let me farm a little bit more. Actually, I could buy my item selling Doran's Blade. Ah, that's a mistake. I should have based. No, I missed my back timing. Yikes. This is why math is important and why you should stay at school. So you learn some basic calculus. But yeah, this Drake should still be ours. Ezreal's down, it's a 4v5 in our favor. And I'm still decently strong. The 2 items Miss Fortune, one of them being Mana Immune, is seriously dangerous. Okay, I'm coming. It's so frustrating when you want to base and your team just starts to fight and you know deep down in your heart you need to join them. Yeah, they're not stopping. I can't base now. It's not possible. My team needs me. Senna spawns. This is definitely an overstay because I have so much gold. I need my Rageblade. Also, Rageblade gives a Last Whisper passive, which is great for your ulti. Good engage, I like it. Oh no, I'm fiddle feared. There we go. Yeah, I need QSS after that. That's frustrating. Yeah, that's CC combo. Fiddle Fear into Rise Cage. And I also mispositioned. I was so far away from my team, there was no way they could protect me ever. This Kayn though. Scion Shield? Not even needed. Perfect. Okay, I can actually start building MR. Yeah, against that team, Fiddlesticks Rise, and actually, had I not been on the toilet during Champ Select, I would have picked Cleanse here. But oh well. When nature calls. What can you do? But yeah, against their team, Fiddlesticks and Morgana, that's a pretty clear case for a cleanse. The only issue with Rageblade and Mana Immune is that it drains your mana very quickly. However, that is mitigated by Presence of Mind, so we're fine. I would love to run overheal with this, but again, presence of mind too important. Oh, the attack speed feels so nice. This build's also one of the strongest at taking Baron. Alright, let's fight. Or not fight, but, you know. Let's get some action going. By the way, I think it's a serious quality of life issue for Miss Fortune that her Q cast animation does not scale with cooldown. The game treats this spell like a basic attack for all intents and purposes, but for some reason, even Jinx's W applies attack speed cast time reduction, but Miss Fortune's Q for some reason doesn't. So yeah, Riot, please. There's a Drake Soul on the line in 1 minute. Yeah, I'm moving too. Let's go, Kane. Ah, gun them down. That's going to be the freest Drake ever. Waves coming. I should have shoved harder, definitely. Why would we dive this? Right, sure. As you saw, diving was a grave mistake. This is risky, but we do have the control ward. Nice, we got it. Whew. And now I can get my QSS too. Well, actually, 2 of them are down, which means we should take more objectives now. We can take 2 inhibitors or something. Bot lane inhibitor and mid lane inhibitor, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Maybe this is finish. Probably not. But again, we take 2 inhibitors and then we pressure Baron. If not, top tower. Getting 3 inhibitors seals the deal. Also, we don't need to dive, just take the tower. I guess we want to dive, huh? Okay. As long as we win the fight, it's fine, but we were not in a position where we had to do it, so this is just unsafe. Our team definitely made some questionable macro calls throughout the game, but Rageblade Miss Fortune coming through in the end. Definitely a fun build to mess around with. I love Emax Miss Fortune in general, so I'm obviously biased, but yeah, again, best build is still the Sanguine Blade build. And if you want to see the Sanguine Blade build in action, then click the link on your screen right there. A big thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. If you want to become a Patreon yourself, just go to patreon.com/mfdb. But if you rather save your money, you can support me for free by clicking the like and the subscribe button.